Oh girl, I got a secret place that we can go. 'Cause I really wanna be
Shout
alone.
out to Justin Bieber for getting through today's workout.
Just leave me hanging around the love. Don't tell me all my
Excited for my life right now. So excited for this video. I literally just got out of the sauna from a workout. Well, I didn't even work out, I just stretched. But I'm so excited for this video because my gym is doing a 60-day challenge to see who can have the best transformation, and the winner gets a $10,000 cash prize. I decided that I'm gonna do the 60-day challenge. Challenge starts on April 1st, but today I had like my consult with my trainer to kind of reassess what my goals are, what I want to do for the 60-day challenge, and kind of like do my baseline assessment. And I'm so excited for this challenge. First of all, I need the $10,000. I need that cash prize. Even if you don't win, if you are a finalist, you still can win $7,000, which is still a pretty nice cash prize. And I told myself, I'm like, if I don't win, at least at the end of the 60 days, I'll feel better, I'll look better, and I'll be one step closer to my goals. So there really is no way that I can lose in this challenge. It's a win-win either way. So the buy-in to participate is $60, which is, you know, I'll bet $60 to try and win 7 or 10,000. And you also get to work with a trainer. So I had actually already been working with a trainer here at my local gym. We started working together in December, and I really love her. She's super young, around my age. I obviously love that it's a female, so she understands the problems of being a girl. She's super nice, she's super sweet, and I've seen results from the workouts that we have been doing together. But unfortunately, because, you know, if you didn't know, your girl got laid off in August, the cost of a personal trainer is insane. These sessions are so expensive, and like right now it's honestly just something that I cannot maintain. So I had told her, I was like, look, like, I love working with you, girl, but I just am not in a position to be able to afford you. And she completely understood. And so she actually recommended that I do the 60-day challenge, because even though we're not like training together weekly as of now, like this will allow me to still have touch points with her, get her help, any advice, or like anything that I need. Like I can still be touching base with her throughout the lifetime of this challenge, which is another reason why I love her, because she's like, even though you can't pay me, you need to sign up for this challenge, because then we can still technically work together. So me and her just met. We did my baseline and checked in. I really like how my gym has something called body in scan. So you stand on it and you're not just seeing what your weight is, you're seeing your body fat percentage, you're seeing your muscle mass, you're seeing your visceral fat. Like it's a full body scan and gives you all your numbers. So we did that. Honestly, it's kind of discouraging because my number on the scale has not went down, but I will say that since December, I have lost 3 pounds of fat and I've gained 3 pounds of muscle, even though the actual number on the scale has kind of stayed the same. So she was telling me, like, don't be discouraged, because that is what is going to help you with the body recomposition, is the getting more muscle and losing the fat, even if the number on the scale technically isn't going down. Like, things are happening, my body is changing, and ultimately that is what I want. Like, of course I want to lose the weight, but I want to do something that is sustainable. And I'm already seeing like my hips are curving in a little bit more, which she said is a sign of like me building muscle. And I just feel like my clothes are fitting a little bit better, even though the scale hasn't actually went down, because I'm actually doing a body recomposition, which is what I want. I don't want to just lose weight like that and then it not be like good weight. And that's what she was telling me. She's like, typically when you see like the scale going down super quickly, that's because you're losing muscle and fat. And she's like, no, you want to keep your muscle and lose the fat, so the scale is going to be a little bit slower to move. So that's why I'm glad I have a trainer. Honestly, I was telling myself, I'm like, I'm always spending money to travel and do other things, and like this is the year that I am investing in my health, I'm investing in my body, I'm investing in how I feel. because that is important to me. And I shared, like, one of my first videos on YouTube was about how I've hated my body my whole entire life, and I'm just trying to change that narrative. I'm trying to enjoy taking care of myself. I'm trying to love my body. I'm trying to enjoy coming to the gym and do things that are sustainable and like make me feel good about my body, because you only get one. So I decided that I want to document the journey and kind of see like the progress that I can make in the next 60 days when I really lock in. For the first 2.5 months of 2026, it's still been learning routine, like how can I get more protein, how many days do I want to go to the gym. Like, I've really been focused on the routine. I feel pretty good about coming to the gym, enjoying the gym. I know the girlies love Pilates, but I was just telling my trainer, I was like, girl, I'm really trying to love Pilates and like I'm just not there yet. And she's like, that's okay, like Pilates is definitely beneficial, but like if you don't like it right now for the 60 days, like you can just kind of not do it. So the next 60 days I'm going to be focused on weight training. I really enjoy strength training and feeling strong. Also, my trainer told me that I have an insane amount of muscle mass. When we just did my scan, I think my muscle mass was at like 79%, which she was like, that's so impressive, which shout out to years and years and years of soccer, because that's where that muscle mass comes from. She was like, that's really good because that's what's going to give me the shape that I want to have. So yes, I'm going to focus on strength training for the next 60 days. And she just said like daily movement, which is pretty easy because in the classroom I'm constantly walking around, looking at what the kids are doing, walking to the restroom, walking back to class. So like I'm getting my steps in throughout the day. So she said daily movement is good. So daily movement, strength training, and then I'm really trying to hone in on protein. Girl, getting your protein in is so hard, and I've been trying different proteins and I have not liked any of them. So my brother and my aunt are letting me sample theirs, so I'm gonna see if I like their protein. And then in addition to getting in my protein, the other thing is recovery. Like this week my bones have been hurting. I woke up the other week with a Charlie horse in my calf. Like it felt like I tweaked my glute. Like I've been going so hard in the gym and doing my workouts, and now I'm like, okay, that's important, but I need to make sure I'm doing the proper recovery so that I feel good after the workouts. So those are, I'm trying to think, I think those are the main things that I told her like that I want to work on.
I think it's so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call and we'll fall into us. I'm the perfect mix of Saturday night and the first of your life. Anyone with a heart would agree.
Friends, it is officially day one of our 60-day challenge. And we're already riding the struggle bus just a little bit. So first things first, I meal prepped yesterday and I wanted to try a teriyaki broccoli recipe because Bird's Eye has a really good one in the frozen section and it did not come out good. It is, yeah, I'm gonna throw it away and we're just gonna do some canned green beans, which sucks because I was so excited, but this is my meal prep for the week. I am eating the same thing each week. I've realized that meal prep is not the problem. It's meal prepping foods that are not good and that I do not enjoy. That's a problem. So I found a hack where I just asked ChatGPT to give me different chicken recipes, and I shred the chicken, make it in a crock pot, add my bone broth, and it makes it way more enjoyable. So that's been working for me. So this week we did Italian chicken, which was really good. This is the nasty broccoli that we're about to throw away. And then I just do golden potatoes because I love potatoes. And this keeps me full, this keeps me satisfied. It's super easy, it doesn't even take that long either. And then this is less for like nutritional value and more so just, I like this. I like having a go-go squeeze and I like having a fruit snack with my meal. And then we do our skinny popcorn. So that is what I'm eating for lunch. Other fail that I had is I ordered creatine and a scale. And why can I not find my package? I cannot stand the mailroom. That is one thing that I hate about where I live, is the mailroom. It is horrible, so unorganized, so much stuff, so hard to find what you're looking for, and I cannot find my stuff. I went yesterday in the morning, in the evening, I went today with a fresh set of eyes, and I just couldn't find my package. So yeah, another fail. So we are going to, I just ended up submitting for a refund and saying I couldn't put my package, and then I'm just gonna have to go in person and get the creatine and a scale, I guess. But yeah, so first day, I'm kind of just like, girl, calm down. It's the first day of the challenge. Obviously, you gotta, you know, iron out the little wrinkles, still getting into, you know, our routines and our habits and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. But just wanted to kind of check in for day one. We're officially starting, we're officially kicking off, and just taking it one day at a time. 1% better is gonna add up over time. So that's why I just keep telling myself, despite the fact that we've had a few wrinkles to get started with. But at the end of the day, we're here. Like I said, I can't lose in this situation, even if I don't end up being a finalist or the winner. At the end of it, as long as I'm better and have tools and have grown, that's all that really matters. So yeah, I'm going to finish my prepping for tomorrow, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Genuinely fighting for my life right now. Fighting for my life right now. Okay, we are only on week 2 of our 60-day challenge. Okay, I actually, let me see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. This is technically day 10 out of 60. We started last Monday, and it's already Wednesday of week 2, and we are already struggling. Like, I think the last time you guys saw me, I was doing a workout class, which, by the way, I thought the workout class would get easier the more I did it. It is getting harder. It is getting harder. And I think part of it is because we are like working through a triangle where you start out with the resistance phase. No, you start out with the endurance phase, and then you go to the next phase, which is resistance, which is the current phase that we're in. And then after resistance, it's power. So it's like the class is like a 3-phased approach throughout 12 weeks. So you spend 1 month on those different things. And endurance is obviously seeing how long you can go. So you're doing a lot of reps, you're not really lifting super heavy. And then once you get to the resistance, you're lifting pretty heavy, but still doing a decent amount of reps. And then once you get to power, like, it's strictly focused on like PRs and lifting as strong as you can. And that's not what's difficult. What's difficult for me personally is the cardio piece. So I didn't realize that like during resistance and during the power phase, we would be doing sprints basically every single class. And these sprints they're taking me out. I literally had a Charlie horse the other week after doing the class, and I don't think it helps that a couple of years ago I had a ankle injury, and even last year, like during the spring, I was doing PT for it because it kept giving me issues. So I just think like all of the running on the treadmill plus the heavy lifting is kind of just a lot for my body. Whereas the resistance phase, I wasn't lifting as heavy, it was lighter weights, I was going for a little bit longer, and like that didn't feel like it was as much stress on my body as this phase does. And so I just keep telling myself, push through. Like, we got to keep pushing through because it is a good class and it's very intense, and I love the teacher slash coach, and I enjoy the class. But I'm like, girl, I thought this was gonna get easier, not harder. But yeah, it's definitely getting harder. But anyways, I came on to say that since fighting for my life in that class, I have not talked to you guys at all. Part of the problem being that we have already fallen off. First of all, I think that the first thing that threw me off was the fact that this past weekend was Easter. So today is Wednesday, April 8th, and Easter was on Sunday, April 5th. And so Easter Sunday, I was kind of I wasn't in my routine at all because we were having Easter dinner, we were celebrating, I was at my parents' house the whole entire evening. But Sundays is usually when I do all of my meal prep and kind of get ready for the whole entire week. And I did not do that Sunday. And I could have done it Saturday, but I was so tired. I literally did not want to do anything on Saturday. Like, I was gonna do a pickleball class and I canceled it. I was like, I don't want to wake up to an alarm. I don't want to leave my apartment. I want to lay on the couch today and relax because I was just tired. Like, I just wanted to catch up on some rest. I have been having really long days and trying to fit everything into my day. So I ended up not doing anything. And then Sunday, didn't have the time after church and going to my parents' house to really meal prep. And then Monday, you know, we were already starting our week off rocky. And honestly, I felt bad about it and frustrated with myself because I'm like, look, you already knew that you resting on Saturday meant that you were going to throw off your whole entire week. And then it just kind of starts this cycle of, again, you feel bad about yourself because you're like, okay, I know this thing will make me feel better. I know this preparation will do me so good, but I'm so tired. And then you don't do anything. So then you end up feeling bad about yourself and you're feeling negative. And yeah, it's just like this whole entire cycle that I'm currently trying to get myself out of and work through. But nonetheless, it is very hard. So like, yesterday, and so usually I only work out Monday through Thursday. Friday, don't do anything. Saturday, I want to just have as like fun days, so either recovery, pickleball, just kind of whatever I feel like doing. And then Sundays again are completely off, and I like to use that for a reset day. So I did that routine last week, but this week I didn't work out Monday and I didn't work out Tuesday. I literally have been coming straight home from work. I'll lay on the couch for a little bit, eat, and I've been laying down by 8 o'clock, 8:30 in bed. Okay, literally not prepping for the next day, anything. I'm just like going with vibes. I'm like, we'll figure it out tomorrow because I've been so exhausted, literally exhausted. So I've just been laying down, going to sleep because I'll be chilling and then suddenly it's like I cannot keep my eyes open. And so yesterday I was just feeling frustrated because I'm like, come on, you signed up for this 60-day challenge. This was supposed to be the thing that was supposed to help you get into your groove, get into your consistency. Like the 10 bands is supposed to motivate you to keep going, and it just has not been giving that. Not to mention, I also have not been doing this challenge that long, and why am I already falling off? Why am I already falling off? But that is a part of it. And so yesterday when I was laying down, I kind of had a realization, which I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to get to a point. So stay with me. I had the realization that I am the type of person who does not appreciate my own progress if the progress is not perfect or me at my 100%. Okay, and what I mean by that is I'm either like, I'm an all or nothing person. So it's either 0% with me or it's 100%, and there's like no gray space and no in between for me. And that is the problem. That is exactly why I easily fall off, because like last week we were at 100. Like each day I was waking up, doing my devotional, doing my whole entire morning routine, going to work, coming home from work, and coming straight from work to do my workout, and then coming home. I had already meal prepped the following weekend, so my meal prep was ready to go, and then we're showering, getting ready for the next day. However, this last weekend did not look like that because I had other things going on in life. So I already felt like I was behind starting off the week. And so that to me meant, well, F it all. We're not gonna go to the gym because we don't have any meal preps, and we're just gonna feel bad about ourselves. And yesterday when I was sitting in bed feeling sorry for myself and feeling bad, I had to tell myself like, look, this journey is not sustainable if you are only going to value when you show up perfectly, because 9 times out of 10 you probably will not be showing up every single day 100% or perfectly, because that's just not how life works. And so today I told myself, I said, okay, you were going to the gym. And y'all, I almost skipped again because when I looked at the commute to the gym, it said 49 minutes. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go home. I literally considered just coming home because I was like, I don't wanna drive 49 minutes is insane. I don't wanna drive 49 minutes to the gym, and I was gonna skip. And then I said, you know what? I made a promise to myself, and the point of today's workout, this is what I've been telling myself, the point of today's workout was to show up. Literally show up and get to the gym, okay? I didn't care about PRs. I didn't care about having perfect form. I didn't care about having the best workout ever. I didn't care about feeling the greatest during the workout. The sole purpose of why I went to the gym today was just to show up. And I'm so glad that I showed up. I ended up having an okay workout again. It was nothing out of this world. But now, after a few days of feeling bad about myself, I feel so much better because I made a commitment to showing up for myself, and I did that. I literally just showed up. And I think that's gonna be like my new mantra for the rest of this journey, and hopefully after, is okay, some days the whole entire point of the workout is to just show up. And even when I was talking to my trainer, because I was telling her, I was like, I feel like I'm really struggling from like just a mental spiral, and I just feel like I get very overwhelmed and feel down and this and that. And she literally was like, the only way that you lose this challenge is if you stop. She was like, outside of that, you will not lose. The only time you lose is if you stop. And so I'm like, okay, let's keep that mindset throughout this 60-day challenge. The only way that I lose is if I stop. So today we got our little butts to the gym. Because we went to the gym, I was like, okay, we already did the work. Let's eat some grilled chicken. I had some leftover chicken from this past weekend for Easter. So we ate our leftover chicken. We drank our water and our creatine. And so I'm like, okay, we are back on track despite the fact that I feel tired, despite the fact that there's so much going on. It's like, okay, my sole goal for the rest of the week is to just show up. So okay, I have a 150 gram protein goal, and that is hard. It is very hard to get 150 grams of protein if you did not know, and I'm trying. But this week, literally my sole focus is to show up. And the way I'm gonna show up for my protein goal is by making sure I have protein in every single meal. It does not matter if it's not the 150 grams, okay? As long as I'm showing up and having protein for every single meal, that is enough for me this week. In terms of working out, as long as I show up to the gym and get in my 2 lifts this week, if I have my upper body day, which I did today, check. If I have my lower body day, which I'm gonna have later this week, and if I have a 3rd high cardio day, which is usually my class, I am good. That's enough for this week. And maybe next week we'll be back to our 4 days consecutively, waking up early, hitting our protein goal, hitting our water. Maybe next week we'll have the energy and we'll feel better to do that. But this week, I don't got it. I don't have it in me. And that's okay, because like I was just saying, there is value in just showing up. Because I feel like if I don't show up, that's why I keep stopping every 5 business days and can never be consistent and continuously fall off, because the only thing I'm valuing is when I show up perfectly and do the damn thing 110%, and I just don't always have 110%. So all of that long rant to say, this is the new mindset that we're gonna try for the rest of the week. And I feel like it is going to help me just relieve myself of that pressure of feeling like everything needs to be 100 or 110%, or it needs to be perfect, or else it's not valuable. Like, I literally am just thinking about that cup analogy, where it's like some days are 20%, some days are 50, some days are 100, some days are 30. Like, each and every day is going to be different. My energy levels are going to be different. The things that I have going on around me are going to be different, and that is okay. And I think, again, like, being able to adapt to what the day brings while still maintaining the routine and the structure, I am just praying that like this will help me be consistent. So we are trying to unattach ourselves from the idea that progress is only valuable when it is perfect and when you give your 110% and the best of you. So trying to just value all of the effort, all of the progress that I'm making, even when it is messy and it doesn't look cute and it's not comfortable and it doesn't feel good. So I'm going to go do a couple of things that I need to do before I get ready for tomorrow, and we will see how the rest of this week goes. But yeah, just wanted to be honest about the fact that we're already on day 10 and have already ran into a little bit of trouble, but I'd rather figure it out now on day 10 so that I can nip it in the bud for the next 50 days. So yeah, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Peace, friends. Shout out to Justin Bieber for getting me through today's workout. Last week was Bieberchella, and the believer in me was so sad that I missed that once in a lifetime opportunity and experience, because growing up, like Justin Bieber and Twilight, literally my whole entire childhood, I was a diehard believer, a diehard Twilight fan, and I am so sad that I missed Coachella this past weekend. So I was like, you know what, let me just have my own mini Bieberchella in the car on the way to the gym, because you guys, traffic was so bad. It literally took me an hour and 15 minutes to get to the gym. At one point, I had thought about just not even coming to the gym and going straight home because the traffic was that bad. But I was like, at this point, I'm already en route, so I'm going to be stuck in traffic going back home, or I'm going to be stuck in traffic going to the gym. So I was like, let me just stick to the plan, go to the gym, because, you know, last week for week 2, we were struggling a little bit. We're trying to have more momentum for week 3. And so I literally went to a JB's Essentials playlist, every single song banger. I'm talking If I Was Your Boyfriend, I Never Let You Go. I mean, they had Boyfriend, Baby, all of the old school Justin Bieber hits that are still hitting to this day. One Less Lonely Girl, like the girls would go crazy for One Less Lonely Girl, and he would pull a girl on stage. I mean, oh my gosh, oh my god, it was just such a nostalgic vibe the whole entire leg day workout. But all of that to say, I was stuck in traffic, which really threw off my momentum because I was super late getting to the gym. Then I get to the gym and my freaking watch is dead. Black screen. Nothing's coming on. Mind you, I had my watch on the charger last night, so I'm so confused as to why my watch is dead. And earlier this week on Monday, my headphones were dead. My freaking headphones were dead. So I had to work out to no music on Monday, which was horrible. Today, I couldn't even record my workout because my watch died. And that just really throws off your workouts. Literally, it just throws off your whole entire workouts. So by the time I got to the gym, I was irritated and ready to go. I had planned on taking you guys along with me for leg day because I really like my leg day workout. We do hip thrusts, we do leg press, we do hip abductors, we do lunges, which honestly is like the worst freaking exercise ever to exist. I hate a lunge. I hate a lunge. I hate a lunge. I don't know how many more times I can say it. I hate lunges. But I was going to take you guys along with me for leg day because I was so proud of myself. Like the last time you guys saw me for week 2, we were struggling, fighting for our life, skipping workouts, and literally the mindset of just showing up for myself from Wednesday to Saturday literally gave me momentum going into this week. So I've been doing so good. I did my meal prep. I set out my clothes for the week. I've been going to all my workouts and I've been going hard, lifting heavy. And then today when I was going to record, I was just like, I'm being tested. I'm like, Jesus, please take the wheel because I'm being tested. So yeah, I literally was like, I don't feel like recording, let alone being here. So we got in and out today and we did our leg day workout. But I just wanted to shout out Justin Bieber for getting me through it because the man has hits. The man has hits and the music is timeless. Say what you want, the music is timeless. He's so talented and like gifted. And yeah, so anyways, this is a quick little week 3 check-in. Not gonna make this long. Tomorrow we're gonna do a cardio day. I think I'm just gonna go for a walk instead of coming to my class because I really want to get outside. The weather has been super nice, so I'll probably take you guys along with for the walk since I didn't take you guys through leg day today. And then Saturday, I'm actually doing a pickleball tournament, which I'm so excited about. I just randomly signed up because it was a pickleball tournament for teachers. And since I am a Spanish teacher temporarily, currently, I was like, oh my gosh, let me just sign up. So I signed up. I think I'm going to get partnered with a random person because I didn't have a partner to sign up with. But we're doing a pickleball tournament. So yeah, if I can, I may take you guys along with me for that. But all of that to say, just showing up last week really gave me the momentum to reset this week. And that's really all it is. Like, you just have to show up. Some days you're going to have the energy to go hard, stay the extra 30 minutes, push yourself. And days like today or days like last week, it's just show up, get the work done, go home, be done, still be consistent. So all of that to say, we're on week 3 and we still have we still have 9 weeks to go. So yeah, I'm going to head home, eat dinner, and prepare to do it all over again. Don't we just love adulting? But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow when we go on our walk. Just want to do a quick check-in and give a update on how week 3 is going compared to week 2. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, friends.
Oh girl, I gotta see the place and we can go. Cause I really wanna be alone. Ain't nobody else got it on. Just leave me there all alone. Don't tell me all my heart. Tell me kiss me with my heart.
As you can see, the footage for our 60-day transformation challenge stops after week 4. And I'll have to be honest, the seasons have changed, my hair has changed, so much has happened since that last clip that I filmed to now. That was in April and we are now in June, almost in July. So a lot of time has passed. My original plan when I wanted to film the 60-day challenge was that I was going to really focus on before the 60 days and after the 60 days and kind of show the transformation and the things that I learned, because I was expecting to have such a big physical transformation. I really thought that I was going to be in the running for the $10,000 and I was ready, especially because leading up to the challenge, I was doing so good. Like, I was going to the gym every single day. I was eating clean. I honestly thought this 60-day challenge would just help me continue the path and the habits that I had already been building prior. But life had other plans for me, and I'll be honest, some were in my control, others were not. But a lot has happened since I filmed that last clip, and if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't even going to post this video or post any of the footage because I was really disappointed in the transformation that I had. But then I thought to myself, like, you know what? That is the reality of a fitness journey. Sometimes you're doing good, then you fall off, and then you have to get back on. And I am honestly still struggling to just be here, consistently showing up on the high days, consistently showing up on the low days. And I felt like that was still something that was important to share, because we're always seeing the dramatic before and afters, but we're never seeing that like in between. Still did learn things. I'm getting a better idea of what works for me. I'm also becoming aware of the fact that like I put too much pressure on myself for showing up perfectly, and it's not always gonna look like that. I feel like fitness journeys are so hard, especially for women. It's really funny. I was actually watching a video from another girl who has the same name as me. Maybe I'll try and go and find the video. But the point that she was making was that being healthy is a skill set. I feel like we just assume that we're gonna be good at it. At least I do. I don't know. I've always assumed like I should be good at eating healthy. I should be good at making sure I'm getting daily movement. And it's like, no, that is a skill set that you have to practice, that you have to get better at, that you have to continue to work. Like, it's a muscle, and the more you do it, the better you get. And so once she said that, I was like, you were so right. Like, I'm putting all this pressure on myself to show up perfectly in this fitness journey. And it's like, I'm bad at this. That shift was super important and something that was very helpful for me. And it really encouraged me to share this fail if you want to call it that, even more. And so if you're on a fitness journey and you are up, down, up, down, up, down like me, you are definitely not alone. And I just wanted to remind you of that. If we keep doing the work, we keep showing up imperfectly, inconsistently, we fall off, just make sure you get back on it, because genuinely that is the only way that you feel as if you stop. So with that, I will end there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.